Good evening, everybody. Rev.Dave Roach here again, coming to you in the midst of a chaotic time in our nation. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video, but over the past few days since the advent of our Tuesday election, things have been manifesting to me. God has been revealing some things to me that I wanted to come on and share with those of you who have followed me over the years and been part of our ministry over a decade now. And the first thing I will tell you is that I encourage all my brothers and sisters to not be discouraged and be not afraid of what is happening. We have witnessed the theft, what appears to be the theft of the office of the presidency of these United States. There is tremendous amounts of evidence as of right now in states all across the country of widespread voter fraud. And as I was meditating and seeking the Lord's face over this week, He had spoke to me a long time ago that Donald John Trump would be in office for 2 terms. And I come before you tonight to tell you, as I'm fitting to prophesy unto you right now, that no matter what the media says, Donald John Trump will be the 46th president of these United States of America. Now, you may say, you're crazy. All the newspapers, all the media is already claiming that Joe Biden is the next president or the president-elect. Well, the Lord has been showing me some things over the past few days that I just want you to consider. And I'm going to share them with you this afternoon. First story in the week, it was early Wednesday morning. The Lord quickened my spirit and put me in mind of the story of Lazarus. You see, Lazarus was dead. Been dead 4 days. There was no hope. His sisters came to Jesus and said, Lord, if you had been here, you could have healed him. You could have stopped this tragedy. But the Lord simply responded to him and said, when Martha said that, I know, Lord, that I'll see him again in the resurrection. But the Lord Jesus spoke and said that I am the resurrection. And as he told Martha to roll the stone away, she said, he's been here 4 days, Lord, and surely he stinketh. And that's what we have going on now. This stinks. There is obvious rot and filth and treachery going on with this election. But I want you to be hopeful. And I don't say hope as in, I hope this happens. No, I mean hope as in the definition of the word, the earnest expectation of hope. You see, I believe God has allowed this to happen for once everybody to get their eyes off any particular candidate, whom I believe that Trump was anointed by God. However, he wants us to get our eyes on him, on what he can do. Because trust and believe, when this happens, when it seems like all hope is lost, and Donald John Trump is resurrected, so to speak. His campaign is resurrected. It's going to baffle the minds of people across this, not only this nation, but across this world. And I'm here to tell you that it is going to happen. The second thing I was reminded of, which was today, was a story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fiery furnace. When Nebuchadnezzar came to them and said, I'm going to give you another chance here, basically, in a nutshell. Of course, I'm telling you these stories offhand so I can catch you up to the point. And I'm paraphrasing, so forgive me. He said, when you hear the sound of the music and the sackbut, the celebration, if you will, and you will but fall down and worship, well with you. But if not, I will cast you into the fiery furnace this same hour. And the 3 Hebrew boys had a simple answer to them, and they said, be it known unto thee, O king, we will not worship your gods. We will not fall down. We will not give up, if you will. We will not surrender to you, to your will. And the Lord will deliver us, either into his arms in the afterlife or out of the fiery furnace itself. But we will not bend, and we will not bow, and we will not burn. So I encourage all you, my Christian brothers and sisters, who have seen this evil going on, who've been crying and sighing against this for years, to do not give up on hope. Because be it known this day, I will not bend, I will not bow, and you should not either. Because in that story, you'll see that they did indeed get cast into the fiery furnace, and it looked as if all hope was gone. The very guards that tossed them into the furnace were burned up. But lo and behold, Nebuchadnezzar said, look, he said, did we not cast 3 men into the fiery furnace? But lo, I see 4, and one is this, looks as if he is the Son of God. It looks like this has been consumed. It looks as if it has been burned up. All of our efforts, all of our prayers, all of our fastings. Looks as if it has been cast into the fiery furnace and burned up. But the only thing that's going to be burned up is our bonds. You'll notice that the 3 Hebrew boys, the only thing that was burnt on them was the ropes on their hands and feet. Being cast into the furnace actually freed them of their bonds. The third thing that God kind of spoke to my spirit, and it's as he spoke these things, it got stronger and stronger, was this evening. And he spoke to me and he said that, speaking of those who have attempted to usurp and steal the election, he said that their celebration shall be turned into wailing and gnashing of teeth, and that their joy shall be turned into mourning. This is going to happen very suddenly, and it's going to baffle the minds of people. And fourthly, God kind of spoke to me this story of Gideon. And this is where we come in, brothers and sisters, to this picture, to this story. When Gideon was going off to battle, they were getting ready to fight the Midianites. And he had a very substantial army that he had. And God said, no, you have far too many. He said, bring them down to the water and I will try them there. He basically said, let me watch how they drink water. Those who lap water like a dog, he said, send them home. Send those who are fearful home. So you find in the story there was 3 purgings of the people of Israel to go into battle with Gideon. And it finally got down to 300 men. to go into battle against the Midianites. You see, God wanted it to be absolutely clear that there could have been no chance that Gideon and his army under their own power could have gained victory over the Midianites. And I believe that this is a very similar circumstance. God is going to remove all doubt from this nation that he is on the throne. So if you're fearful and you don't want to fight, go on back to the house. If you're willing to fall down at the sound of the sackbut and the psaltery and all kinds of music, as Nebuchadnezzar said, then you take yourself back to the house too. As for me, we are in this house. We are in this fight. I am in this fight. We simply have to raise up our voice as a standard. You know, God is in the delivering business. He delivered every one of us. He's delivered you in your life. He's delivered me, whether it be out of sin or personal danger. And he's delivered you countless times that you didn't even know that you were delivered. Whether it be you running late one morning, you don't know if you got saved from a terrible wreck down the road that if you had been on time, that you would have been involved in. Any number of these circumstances could have happened. No, brothers and sisters, what I think is going on right now is God is getting ready to loose a miracle in this nation. He is going to do what is the impossible. So I'm here to prophesy unto you right now that this is not over by a long shot. Donald John Trump will put his hand on the Bible on January 20th, and he will be sworn in as the 46th president of these United States. And you're going to see following in 2021 the ushering in of an era of justice and exposure like we have never seen before. And you're going to see exactly how evil and exactly what has been done in darkness for years, for generations to this nation. He is God's man for the time. And this has just begun. Is it going to be bumpy? Yes. Is it going to be a fight? Yes. But it's often the darkest hour before the dawn. You see, when Jesus came to deliver the disciples, when they were rowing in the ship in the storm, it was the fourth watch of the night, if you recall, the darkest part of the night. And that's when Jesus comes often, is in the fourth watch. We are in the fourth watch right now. It looks bad. There is storms a-raging. But me, for one, I have a peace that's passing all understanding. I am not at all shaken. My faith is not movable. And I encourage you all to be the same way. We have a lot to be thankful for. Now, I could go into the logical reasons why and what the possibilities could be, but that's not the purpose of my video tonight. It is impossible to please God without faith. Faith is the opposite of fear. And that is what we need to have right now. Faith. That supernatural Hebrews chapter 11 faith that God can do seemingly the impossible. And I'm here to tell you today that not only can he, but he's going to. Till the next time, God keep you and bless you. I love you in the Lord.